How much bacon does a diner need to buy in bulk in order to get 20% off their purchase? Well, stay tuned because we have the answers for you here on AFTERBUZZ TV.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
She in the spotlight, and she turned my head.
Hello, guys. We are back for the Young and Hungry After Show here on AFTERBUZZ TV. We're going to be discussing the episode Young and Piggy. And it is season 4, episode 4. And guys, I'm back.
Yay!
I'm so happy to be back with you guys. I missed you last week.
We're so happy to have you back.
Yeah.
It was a sad day.
Don't leave again.
But I'm not. I'm just kidding.
You're banned from leaving and getting on planes.
Yes, for sure. Well, guys, we have an awesome episode to talk about. We were laughing like the entire time, but that's nothing new, really.
No, I laugh every week.
Dying.
Yeah.
Exactly. But this episode was just kind of awesome because we see like a new set, which is always exciting in a show when they bring in a new set. And this is actually a somewhat permanent set from whenever Becca and I saw the taping. It is the diner. So, Gabi got Sophia a job at the diner. I know we saw it last week as well, but now Sophia got a job, and their boss, Mr. Fancy, saying that they need a new manager.
Paul Dooley, I like that he's on this show. He's great.
He's kind of a perv in this, but it's great.
Kinda.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Oh.
But basically, he's saying he wants a new manager, and obviously both of the girls want it because it means more money.
Yeah.
And they kind of start bickering, which is kind of funny because usually they bicker, but they don't have to compete over the same title, if that makes sense. What did you think of their little rivalry moments?
I don't know. Becca, you go first. I have to contemplate.
I loved it because I feel like we haven't seen that as much lately between Gabi and Sophia. And we've seen less of Sophia in the past episodes.
Yep.
So...
And guess what? We're seeing more and more of her.
Seeing more of her in this episode
because they are going to be introducing the spinoff Young and Sophia, so of course they're getting Sophia in as much as they can.
Yes, and I loved it. It was so good to have her have, kind of her own plot line.
Exactly. Yeah. I love that they're giving her, more lines, more scenes, and she's just such a star. Like, I love her. Amy is just an amazing actress. But sadly, Gabby's the one who gets the position as manager. Why? Because she's got big... Cans is what Mr. Fancy says. Not because she's, good hard worker, not because she knows how to balance the till or anything like that, but because she has big cans.
Because Mr. Fancy forgot it's not 1970 anymore.
Exactly.
She is a hard worker, but, is she a good worker?
As a manager.
Yeah.
No.
And in that job.
No. She can cook, but that's, the extent of what Gabi is capable of when being in charge. She needs someone to kind of guide her. She's not much of a leader, in a sense.
She's not good at making decisions.
No. She's good at leading people to make bad decisions.
Yeah. If that was a job, then yeah.
I feel like sometimes I am her.
Same.
But, then we kind of cut to this cool scene where Elliot is talking to Yolanda. Love those scenes. And basically he discusses that they are looking... Elliot and Alan are looking for a foster child, which we know more about.
Yes.
And we know all about this foster child, but we cannot disclose this information, but I'm guessing maybe next week we'll know, or maybe the next after that.
Hopefully.
I want to know. I want to see the episode, because you'll probably hear Becca and I's laugh. It's pretty distinct, right?
Yeah, no, mine is very distinct.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to be watching it back.
Everyone here can tell me.
Yeah, we're going to be watching the episode, and we're going to hear Becca's laugh. Be like, oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Becca's moment.
Yep,
in
that's
Young
right.
and Hungry.
That's right.
Yes.
My laugh is the loud, obnoxious laugh.
Yeah, and no, I'm just kidding. Your laugh is not obnoxious.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
But Elliot saying that Alan filled out the form and was saying, I love camping. It's like a fun thing to put on the resume. And Elliot's like, I need to learn how to camp. So what does he do? Ask Yolanda to teach him how to camp. And he basically says he doesn't like the outdoors because he's afraid of animals, bugs, and men with white guns. I mean, white men with guns. White guns.
Those white guns.
Gotta hate those white guns. Boom, right here, folks.
Oh my goodness.
When you say white guns, it reminds me of Color Guard in high school band, where they're painted white and they're not actually guns.
Yeah, I mean, like Elliot, I'm not a big fan of bugs and that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I love nature, but...
What a word, nature.
Nature. I like camping.
I do love camping.
I am not graceful with bugs.
Yeah, but bugs are the
I have like a
worst.
big travel trailer though, so it's like whenever we go camping, we can take that, and we don't have to be in a tent anymore.
Okay.
So that's kind of fun. We have it parked next to our house in Missouri, and we get to take it all over the place. But I don't know if that really counts as camping as much, because being in a tent, there's like a whole new aspect when you're in the tent.
Yeah.
You know, laying on the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway.
I like how when Elliot came in and asked for help, Yolanda goes straight to the cupboards.
Oh my gosh! Would you like crackers or cookies?
What do you want?
What do you want off the top shelf, hon? I got you. That's friendship, though.
It is true friendship.
Help your short friends out.
And we've seen them grow closer and closer as these seasons have gone on, and I love that because their relationship just cracks me up.
It's so great.
They still have those moments like they don't get along, but
of course.
They're just hilarious together.
It's almost like you and I, Becca.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't get
That's
along.
why I sit here.
Yeah.
She's the middle woman.
She's the medium.
Just the balanced,
the balance.
Yep.
older, wiser friend.
Yeah, exactly. But then, you know, Gabby's first task is you have to balance the till, Gabi. She doesn't know what that is.
I loved her attempt.
I don't know, but that.
You didn't?
Oh, you balance it out to make sure that your receipts and your money match up at the end of the night, so there are no discrepancies.
Exactly. That is like a
I've
perfect
worked in a store
dictionary
before.
I
definition.
learned something from Young and Hungry. Yeah.
Yes.
But I like what she does better. It was really funny.
With the receipt, she just kind of pushes it down. They're balanced.
They're balanced.
I wish it was that
That's
easy.
my idea. Yeah.
I wish it was that easy, guys. But she goes to Josh for help for balancing the till. But of course, she doesn't want his help, really. She just wants him to do the work for her.
I love that she stole the till from
Oh
the
my gosh.
business establishment, brought it in a red wagon.
With
all
the
the
cashier, the cash
Yep.
register.
Yep. And
Crazy.
just,
Here, Josh, need your help.
What would you do if like someone came to your door and was like, "Hey, you know, Michelle, I need you to help me," and you see like the stolen cash register from a store?
Well, that's not even the worst part of this episode.
I would just be like, I need you to say some words. And then based on what they said, I might be like, I need more words.
I might be
I
like,
just-
I'm calling the cops so I don't, you know, get involved with
I guess
whatever
it
this
depends
is.
on the friend, too.
That's true. If it was my friend Shayla, I'd be like, "What are you doing? Bring it in here. Get it out of plain sight."
What about me?
Yeah. With Becca, I'd be like, "All right, Becca, we need to talk." Like, no, I would bring you in, and I'd be like,
Rude.
"What are you doing, Becca?" But I would bring you in. I would help you
Rude.
balance.
True
the till.
friendship is bringing the till in.
You know, I
and
think I
figuring
would.
it out together.
I think I would help you both balance till if it came down to it.
Thank you.
Thank
That's how
you.
close
I would
we
help
are.
you guys, too.
Okay.
Thanks.
Means a lot.
Gabi zones out while Josh is teaching her. He's giving her some like great lessons with pie graphs and like all of that good stuff.
Yum pie.
Yeah, and he basically says, "Hey, look, you need to order this bacon. Like, you could be saving 20% off if you order it in bulk because you know bacon goes fast. So you could be saving your boss money." So of course she tries to order some bacon, but it accidentally comes into the form of a live pig.
Rewind,
Mm-hmm.
because while Gabi was like daydreaming off while Josh was talking, she kind of sort of mentioned how Josh was attractive.
She
Oh,
did.
she
I forgot
did.
about that.
So
She's like, "Oh, those jeans are fitting nicely.
Yeah.
You dropped all the LBs."
You dropped that weight fast.
That was
So-
like 1 week's difference. Boom, he lost all the weight.
yeah, right.
That's really rude.
Unless-
That's not how that works.
No, that's not how that works. Maybe
I wish that was how that worked.
Maybe he's still wearing the girdle in his sleep. You never know.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm
You
gonna
never
start
know.
doing them then.
The waist trainers. Josh's waist trainer. And then we see how, you know, Yolanda is teaching Elliot how to camp. But it's not like the traditional camping because, you know, that wouldn't be any fun. We have to do it on the terrace.
Yep. Baby steps.
Baby steps. And we have this beautiful tent on the terrace. And they've got, you know, like the babbling brook, you know, on tape recording. And then we have, what else we have? We have some marshmallows.
Yep.
And the
Marshmallows
hot
are the
cocoa.
best.
Yolanda ended up just bringing scotch, you know.
It's Yolanda, yeah.
It works.
Yep.
Duh.
And during all of this, you know, Gabi's freaking out. She's like, "Why do I have this pig? Like, what am I going to do with this pig?" And she says the guy says he won't, you know, pick it up till the next day.
I wanted her to name it.
I know. I would have named it something like Jabby or something like that. The ship name.
Good name. Good name.
But
that.
basically, she drops off the pig at Josh's house while he's asleep. She's like, "Hey, Josh, you're asleep. Perfect. Like, can I drop this pig off?" And, yeah. So, okay, great. Bye.
Yeah. Didn't really say anything. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
Thanks for the help.
And the pig freaking scares Yolanda and Elliot in the tent.
That was funny.
It looked like a
course.
little demon because it had like the ears, and you know we see the silhouette
Like
of
some
this
fancy
pig.
creature.
It did make terrifying noises.
That-
But then,
yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite part was whenever like they were sleeping and like, oh, it's nothing, and then it goes "Rah!" and they both like pop up like,
You're gonna like kill the mic. You're gonna blow out people's ears.
I'm sorry, I'm a professional pig caller.
That was good.
Thanks.
That was a good one. I can't do that.
That was
Try it.
really good.
Come on, try it.
Nope, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Just me looking like an idiot today,
Yep.
folks.
Always.
Professional.
Becca.
Oh my goodness. All right.
All right.
Need some more
This
space
is my
here.
first day back, Becca. Come on. Then we see Sophia catching Gabi with the pig because, Gabi tried to move Sophia's shift to a night shift, but Sophia's like, no, something's up. Like, I need to be
smart.
here for this.
She's manager material.
She is manager material. So she shows up, sees Gabi with the pig. Gabi's like, all right, fine. You know what? You can be the manager, but just help me get this pig out of here. And basically throws the responsibility on her.
You take the pig.
And what does the pig decide to do while we're in the middle of the restaurant here?
The pig is prego.
It's preggers.
And it's
awkward.
Its ego was prego, and it started popping out babies.
Not only that, but this like nice little old lady is like eating in the restaurant. Oh, I used to raise pigs in my day. And she comes
In Iowa.
She's like, oh no, this pig is breech.
Let me tell
And
you my
it's
story.
pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought you had a story, and I was like,
No.
oh,
You're
do
like,
tell.
No.
Do tell.
No. The lady have the
It's like,
story.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Oh, that was funny. But yeah.
Thanks for wanting to listen to the story.
Yeah. But yeah, I was really fascinated with this. I wish that we could have had some more reactions because Sophia's reaction was just priceless. She was terrified of watching this pig give birth. But
Gabi was like,
"Aw." And it was so cute. But basically, Mr. Fancy fires the girls because, you're not supposed to have a live animal giving birth in the middle of a restaurant. It's kind of
Yeah.
against health code.
It's against a lot of rules.
Especially when that animal is something you serve later down the line of its life. Like,
No,
that's
don't.
awkward.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's
awkward.
It's awkward.
sad.
That pig is ginormous, though.
Pigs can get so big.
Especially when they're
terrifying.
pregnant.
Terrifying. I am gonna buy a teacup pig someday. Like I'm not gonna buy like a dog or a cat first. I'm gonna buy like a teacup pig, and I want it to be pink, and I want it to be a little boy pig. And I'm afraid that I'm gonna get it from some janky website, and I'm gonna think it's gonna be this cute little thing forever, and it's gonna end up being like this pig from Young and Hungry.
That's happened to people before.
I don't know, because then you're attached to it, and then you're like, well, like I want to keep it, but it's huge. That's what happened to Miley Cyrus. Like, she bought a teacup pig, and it ended up being this. Now she has this ginormous pig in her house. She's blocked off a section of her living room, and she says sometimes when it's hungry, it tries eating her. Like,
Yeah, it just
tries.
eat anything.
it tries eating her foot and will like start trying to attack her.
Because pigs will literally eat anything.
That's terrifying. What if you fall asleep on your couch?
You might get eaten.
You wake up, your arm's
You might
gone, and
get
you're
eaten.
like, oh, that's so scary.
I would hope you would wake up before you lose appendages.
Maybe after
Maybe.
the first couple nibbles, I would wake up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Maybe.
probably sleeping through it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Becca's a heavy sleeper, so
Ooh.
yeah,
No, just make sure if you get a teacup pig that it is a teacup pig.
yeah.
Yep.
Make sure it has all the papers because you never know what could happen, folks. Moral of the story. Moral of the story.
I like that. Sorrel of the Mori, guys.
Moral of the Maury, folks.
Storal of the morning.
Just a typical Wednesday night.
Yes.
By the way, hi Boo and
Boo.
Fantasy Stats Guru.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for watching.
Yes, you guys are awesome. And then Mr. Fancy shows up at their door.
And lets himself in.
Yeah, lets himself
Can we
in.
just say, I think that actor is a sweet man. I've met him once before.
Aww. But he lets himself
He
in.
plays a very creepy character very well.
Yeah, he
Very
does.
creepy, semi-creepy.
Yeah.
Very
It's still
creepy.
endearing.
The fact though that he literally just was like, "Hey, I'm at your doorstep, like your doorstep here. Like I'm giving you your jobs back," and they were gonna try to find a way to get him in trouble because of all the sexual harassment, things that they could.
Yeah,
charge
he's like,
him
wait, I
with.
need my phone.
Yeah. Wait, I need my phone so that way I'm gonna record you. Not we're gonna record anything inappropriate you might say.
Yeah.
But then we kind of see like a nice sweet part of Gabi. It's rare.
Kind of.
She decides, you know what, Sophia, you deserve this job. So I'm gonna give this job to you as the manager, and I'll just be the cook. And Mr. Fancy's like, you know what, actually, that job's already taken. So basically, Gabi's out of a job, but then she gets to work weekends.
Yeah, weekends.
How
at
did he
the
find
diner.
someone so fast?
I don't know.
He must be a popular diner.
Like between when she got promoted And when she got fired and then offered her job again, it was like 2 days.
It was crazy because
maybe he had someone waiting in line.
Maybe.
Yeah. The fact though that all that happened so quickly is just kind of funny. But Gabi does not, fret. She goes right up to Josh's door and asks him for her job back.
Yeah.
I'm glad enough time has passed for that.
I know, because she was like, I'm not ready. And then all of a sudden, next day, all right, fine.
Week later, it's time.
I was so happy.
I am, because I'm excited to have her back in the house, because all of those amazing scenes that we see in Josh's living room have been missing for a while. And the fact that we're going to get that back, and it ends with Elliot freaking out because Gabi shows up at the tent.
Chupacabra.
Yeah, Chupacabra.
I'm excited. Like, I think that reaction was great because we know we're going to get some good scenes between Elliot and Gabi again.
Yes.
Which I love. Those are some of my favorite scenes. But
they are.
Anyway,
really
let's really quickly get into some predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Okay, I can't really say much because I know what's going to happen in the next episode or two. And so it's all you.
Yeah, it's all you.
That's so much pressure. I feel like Sophia's really going to get a groove on being the manager. Mm-hmm. And we're going to see her storyline develop more. And because Gabi's still there on the weekend, we'll still have some really good plot points with that. But yeah, I don't know exactly what's going to happen with Gabi being back in the penthouse, but I am looking forward to the shenanigans.
There's some shenanigans. Yep. We'll let you know.
Yes.
But
my prediction is there's going to be shenanigans.
That's a great prediction. I think you're spot on, and I think you're genius because
thank you.
That's going to happen for sure.
Eventually, there will maybe be a foster baby, child.
Oh, child. And we have an exciting guest star coming up.
We do. You want to say who that is?
Maybe.
Are we allowed to say who it is?
Yeah, there's pictures released and stuff.
Okay, Greg Sulkin, right?
Yeah. Episode 6.
That's
July
exciting.
6th.
Okay, cool. That's really exciting.
Fun.
He's an amazing actor. He's a great guy.
He's playing Sophia's annoying neighbor.
Ooh. That'll be good. That's going to be exciting. Well, I know we're going to see a lot more of Sophia, and I feel like the diner is going to be, kind of brought over into maybe the Young and Sophia, show.
Yeah.
I feel like that may be brought over, but we know that, Ashley Tisdale is going to be reprising her role as Logan Rawlings, and she's going to hire Sophia into her office. So we know that much is happening. But other than that, that's pretty much it, guys.
Yes.
Where can we find you guys on social media? Because I totally just remembered I skipped that when we started.
Jeez.
I'm rude. Okay. Sorry, guys.
I'm Becca Brown. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Becca B Talks TV.
And you can find me on Twitter at Michelle_Cullen.
And you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones. Thanks for joining us, and we will talk to you next week.
Bye.
See ya.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the
views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.